Greetings YouTube, Simon here, and today we're going to be talking about that dreaded Queen of Cards. So I'm sure many of you have had your own nightmare situations with her and trying to abolish various rules and that as you go through the game. Now the trick to doing the Queen of Cards, her side quest and all the rule abolishments is to make sure you stay on top of every step of the situation as and when you're able to do so. Now for the Final Fantasy VIII Remastered edition of the game, there's been a slight change because there's no soft reset option, which was part and parcel of fundamentally changing rules on the original game. So with only a hard reset option, we're going to have to do things a little bit differently. And we're going to begin today by moving the Queen of Cards to Dollet and forcing her to go there as opposed to Galbadia. But before we get going, I just want to say a huge thank you to geckodogma for making a post over at GameFAQs and laying out how to do all of this hard reset RNG manipulation stuff. It's a huge help, so thank you very much for that. And also thanks to everybody who has supported my channel and continues to do so as a Patreon and or YouTube member. It really does help the channel to grow, guys, so thank you so much for your support. Let's get started with today's episode, The Queen of Cards Part 1. Now, you can begin this side quest or begin by moving the Queen of Cards, or at least I recommend you do it, before you go to Timber. So this is before you purchase your 3,000 gil train ticket and move on. So once you've got the magical lamp off Sid, maybe you fought Diablos, etc., that's when you're going to be heading over to the town, and this is when you're going to want to start moving the Queen. Now, this is how you can hard force the random numbers in the game to, you know, move the Queen with 100% certainty to Dollet. What you're going to want to do is head into the Balam Hotel first of all, and you can either stay the night or just run up the stairs. In either case, you're going to need to gain access to the save point and save your game. Once your game is saved, I've already saved mine so I don't need to do it again, you're going to exit to the main menu. Now, as I said, there is no soft reset in Final Fantasy VIII. There's only a hard reset, and by quitting to the main menu, that counts as a hard reset by quitting to the title screen rather. So the same thing as turning your console off and back on again. Now, once you've done a hard reset, you're going to load, if I can find the right save file here, load that save you just made. There it is. And do not speak to anybody now. You're going to need to make sure that one of your characters has the draw command, doesn't matter which one, you're not actually going to be drawing. And head to this thunder draw point here. Now, the thunder draw point has to actually have thunder in it, so if you've recently drawn it, then you'll have to wait for it to refresh before using this method. You're going to select don't draw, and you're going to do it 8 times total, so 7 more times. That's number 2. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, once you've done that, head over to the screen with the Queen, and we should have hard-coded the RNG now, so that when we speak to her, we're going to say, yes, we wish to challenge her. We then need to go ahead and lose the mini-mod card. So the only way to get her to move, unfortunately, is by losing a rare card. And we're going to start by losing the mini-mog. So if you don't have that, you can get it off the boy that runs around in Balam Garden. But you will need it to proceed with this side quest. And one of the tricky things is actually trying to lose here, because she plays some awful cards. I think we're going to have to actually... I know, we don't have to take a card. No, we do, but she'll still win, so that's fine. Okay, we lose. You'll get a trophy if it's your first time losing a game. And now when you speak to her normally, she'll tell you she's going to Dollet. If she says she's going to Galbadia, then you've done something wrong. You'll need to reload your save in the Balam Hotel and head back to the draw point to try again. So do not actually draw the thunder, or that's going to interfere with your RNG. You just need to engage with it 8 times, each time selecting the option not to draw. And just to confirm, once you switch areas, she'll be gone. She'll now be in the Dollet region, and you can speak to this train guy in order to spend your 3,000 gil and move on to the next part of the game. Now, the next relevant part to getting the quest done and getting all the rules how we want them is when we're on the train, Renoa's train, and we're able to play Watts. Now, Watts is the guy in the yellow jacket there. And what we're going to do when we're actually able to control our characters, because there's a scene when we first enter this train, is head up north through the door at the top and save our game. That is very important because we might have to be reloading a few times to get things how we want them here. Now, we're going to start the card game with Watts, but we're not going to play just yet. We just want to get the open rule to spread to the region. So what we're going to do, first of all, is just tell him, you know, ask him if he wants to play cards. And if this doesn't work out, by the way, we're going to need to reload. So just bear that in mind. He'll say there's unfamiliar rules. We're going to say yes to playing, and then we're going to quit straight away. And the open rules being spread is exactly what we want. We don't want anything else. We don't want same being abolished or anything like that. So unless you get the open rule spread as I just did, you need to reload and try again. Now, it can be a bit of a nuisance. I was very fortunate and got it first time then. But you may not. It might take a little bit of trial and error in order for that to work. So the goal is to get open spread to the region. Once you do that, make sure you save your game. And just as a bit of a bonus note at this point, you can also battle Watts for the Angelo card, but just make sure you prioritise getting that open rule spread, and once that's happened, stick it to your save file before actually playing him for proper. Alright then guys, well that's pretty much what I wanted to show you in this video. As I move on through the game, I'm going to make further videos on the Queen of Cards. We're going to show how to spread rules, how to abolish rules, how to, you know, lose rare cards, which ones to lose and when, etc, etc. But right now, if you keep following along, then you should have lost the mini-mod card. The Queen of Cards should be in Dollet region, and the open rule should have spread as well here, having spoken to Watts. But that's it then, folks. That's what I wanted to show you today, so I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it has, please don't forget to drop a like and be subscribed to my YouTube channel for future content. I have got a load out there for you already, which you might want to check out. But that's it for me for today. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.